Hey, cheesebags! It's me, your girl Keely, and welcome back to another episode of Gouda.Murder podcast. I'm your host, Keely. I know I already said that, but I have Coda and Kelly with me today.
Hi.
Today, like, who else would you have with you?
Rizzo.
Okay, fair.
When she replaces us with somebody else.
Yeah.
All right, come on, say hello. Come on, host.
Keely does
I'm
her
not-
own episodes for her own self, doesn't post them, but she just watches them back later, like, Rizzo, look what we've made.
Actually, when I do cheese bites by myself, Rizzo records with me, so...
Wow.
All right, sorry. Anyway. So, with Coda's episode that was posted a little bit ago, we were talking about a Quad City case, Adrian Reynolds, and that happened in the early 2000s. I have
50 years ago, almost.
Yeah. I have a case that happened just this past year. Just this past year in the Quad City area. This happened in specifically Rock Island, which is Illinois side of the Quad Cities. It's everyone knows it. It's Rock Island. Okay.
That's putting it nicely.
Yeah. No surprises.
Rocktown. Okay. So on Wednesday, July 26th, 9:30 a.m., police got a warrant to search Sushi Staples' home. Sushi Staples. Sushi Staples. She is our main character tonight. So I want to say at the time of everything that was going on, she was 34, 33 or 34. Police on the 25th, on a Tuesday, police got a call from a friend of Sushi who said that, hey, we haven't seen her kid around in a while. She had moved here from Chicago, attempting to start a new life for her kids. She has, I want to say it's 4 daughters and 1 son. So anyway, sorry, she's living here in the Rock Island area. She's working, she's doing whatever. Her kids are going to the schools locally. I can't give out the school names. I'm gonna leave that out. Minors. It's a pretty interesting case, but they got a warrant to search her house, and on the 26th, they went and searched it. They found evidence of sorry. They found a trash can in a garage with a dead child in it, who just so happened to be her now 10-year-old son, Zion Staples.
So, what do you
So
mean? Like, what do you mean by now 10-year-old? Like, he would be 10 years old now?
he would
Like,
have been 10.
he was in there through his birthday, correct? He went missing when he was 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, there was never he was never noticed as missing. So this is the issue.
Okay.
So back in, what is it? December of 2022. They she had called one of her friends and was talking about, hey, I'm just having a rough time. I just need to talk to someone, blah, blah, blah. Christmas isn't going to be the same. And her friend is, why? What's going on? And she's like, I can't talk about it right now. Just life got me all messed up. So really eerie. Her friend was kind of concerned, but she's like, maybe she's just stressed out because she just moved to this area. Well, she hasn't just moved to this area. She's been here for 6 years. 7 years now.
Right. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. The audio, which I'll put on our Facebook page because I can't play it through here. The police got the phone call from this woman, unknown name, saying that Sushi's been, she's been really weird. She's been really mysterious. She hasn't mentioned her kids in a little while. Can you guys do like a welfare check? And then she later tells the police that, oh yeah, actually, Sushi has told me that her son said that he missed his dad and he killed himself. Or that when Sushi went to the grocery store or left the house to get something, he was playing with one of the guns that she owned, which why is it not locked up safe?
Right.
We'll never know. Weird. And accidentally shot himself. Okay. So all this is going on. The police are really confused.
That's what's being speculated at this point.
Well, this
But
is
no,
what she's telling the police when she's making this
Oh.
phone call. That she said Sushi told me 2 stories. One, that her son said that he missed his dad, and when she left, she got a call from her daughter saying that he killed himself. And then the other story, she said that she had still gone to the grocery store, still left the house with her children unattended, which all of her children are minors, and too young to be left alone legally.
Legally.
Legally. Whatever. Sorry, it's just like, it's kind of sketchy to me, in the video.
You, everybody.
Yeah. I mean, specifically, it's just very, she says one story and then she says another within seconds.
Yeah.
Like, well, this happened, but this could have happened. So then police went to Sushi's house, and this is in the evening. So Tuesday, July 25th, they go to her house and they're like, hey, we got a welfare call saying that you have a son and he's been shot. And she's telling the police, I don't have a kid. I don't have a son. I only have 4 daughters. And I think this is a great stopping point for a cheese break.
Okay, well, I don't have a cheese break. I only have cheese. Like,
Let me tell you what I got for our cheese break.
Yeah.
Sushi.
sushi.
You have to eat the cheese with the sushi now. Yeah, it's a good pairing.
Do it.
Unlikely pairings, Keely. Unlikely pairings.
Okay.
What kind of sushi is it?
I got a spicy crab roll, and I sprinkled it with hot Cheeto dust because I felt it was fitting for my episode.
Okay.
Okay, here's our cheese from the last episode.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like that. You know,
Describe it.
Kelly,
What
I
don't
would
you
rather
like?
have red wine.
What
You're-
don't you like?
Ooh.
I love and appreciate your adventurousness, Keely. Tell me about it.
It's icky. Okay.
It's
So-
icky.
Doesn't mix with the fudge.
So, the texture of the spicy crab,
Right.
with the very creamy consistency of the chocolate cheese, no bueno. I
Yeah,
didn't get any spice from my crab. I did get mostly chocolate cheese with hint of hot Cheeto dust. So that was also kind of gross.
Well, there are okay. Retort. There are like hot, spicy. There are like chili powder chocolate, dark chocolates.
That's different.
So that is.
It's good.
Would
Dark
I
chocolate
mix,
covered chilies.
would I mix imitation crab into that flavor combo? Probably not. However, I commend your boldness, and
I got real crab, homie. But either way, still gross.
Oh, she
Still
bougie.
Still, I put that Cheeto dust on my real crab.
Mm.
All right. Well,
I don't eat shellfish, so
I love me some shellfish. But
I take
anywho,
that back. I eat scrimps, the cockroaches of the sea, and that's it.
The scrimps are great. So thank you, Keely, for that taste test. That is not the taste test that I was going to do. However, it is our quote unquote local cheese. So previously in our previous episode with Coda, we taste tested a few multitudes of flavors, such as what Keely just did, but probably better. Was the Kelly's Kitchen or a chocolate cheese fudge cheese. So it is a very much so a cheese. It is this specific one was branded with Havarti cheese. So Havarti cheese mixed with um, cocoa powder, dried milk, some sugar, sweetened, and like a few other spices, and you get this deliciously where's my camera? Deliciously appetizing little fudge-like cheese tasting confectionery treat. Okay. So again, what is fudge? Fudge is basically, sugar, spice, everything cheese. No, it's not. It's a lot of sugar, butter, milk. A little similar to caramels. So caramels
Mm.
are made with sugar, butter, and cream. Some are made with cream. Some are just like the sugar and butter, and then like that's it. Other
No.
flavors, whatever. But fudge doesn't lie. This specific brand definitely has a hard squishy. Was it my teeth? Okay. Hard, squishy chocolate taste to it. Does have a mine. I don't know about Keely's because Keely does have another fudge cheese. However, I think hers is a different brand. Hers has nuts in it, so
Mhm.
you're also getting a little nuts in that sushi. Um, Mine is no nuts, no nuts. It's just smoothness. Okay, and does have a little bit of bite. Does have like a little. There you go, Keely. Thank you, thank you. Does have a little bit of a what do you know, like white cheddar bite to it, very very mildly. Like if like somebody gave me this and like, oh, here's some fudge, I probably wouldn't. I would notice it's different, but not
But you
necessarily
wouldn't
the
guess cheese.
yeah. Like I would now guess cheese, but like I say, Coda, like, oh, hey Coda, eat some fudge. She'd be like, oh yeah, this is fudge. Okay, great. It's really hard to tell. It's very much more on the fudge side versus the cheese side, which makes it a very interesting pairing for this night's episode.
Yeah.
One of the things that pairs well, of course, with cheese and fudge, we've learned are fresh fruits, different types of breads. If you didn't catch last episode, we tried some different types of peanut butter crackers. We also tried a type of meat and a cheese on cheese. So those are very interesting. And so tonight we are going more towards not on the snacky side, but more on the liquid side and trying it with a wine. And so, what usually pairs well with a fudge or a chocolate, not all, but most commonly, is a red wine or what some people call it, or what some experts would suggest is a tawny port. Now, I didn't know what tawny port was. I knew what a port wine was, but I didn't know exactly what tawny was. So I looked it up in my wine search of the cheese search for this cheese break. So tawny port really is a ubiquitous style of fortified wine from northern Portugal. Portugal.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Usually a lighter vintage port, and like a ruby port, a tawny port. Um, so it's usually like a little lighter. Difference being with like a ruby port. Ruby ports, kind of in the name, ruby has a rubier coloration to it, whereas
Hmm.
tawny port are have a little bit more brown. Like, I mean, they're still like a red wine, but it has a little bit more of a brown coloration to it.
Hmm.
So that's interesting. So tawny, brown, light, vintagey, Portugal
Yum.
port wine.
Mm.
I have with
Mm.
us today is this Taylor port. It is black, not a tawny, but it is a port. So we're gonna try that out. I don't know if anybody of you remember this, but the last time I had some of this bad boy wine or a variation of this bad boy wine, we were also talking about other quote unquote local topics. I had it when we were talking about Rockford, or when I paired it with the Roquefort cheese, which is kind of like a French. It's a French specific cheese. I paired it with a gorgonzola and had it with this wine. I remember it being a good time. And so tonight we're gonna have another good time, and we're gonna do this black port with the fudge cheese. Okay, so I haven't opened this sucker up yet, so it's nice and fresh. Look at it, it's already filled to the
You better
brim, so
you
to
better
speak.
listen to it.
Yeah, so here we go. Hold on, we're gonna pour it out.
On this episode of ASMR.
We're gonna twist it up. Twisty cap. Okay.
Fine.
Okay, already I have a on the back of this, port black is a rich fruity taste with smooth finish, makes a ruby red Taylor port black. The bold, this looks like this cursive's hard to read sometimes. The bold choice for your glass.
For your
It's
what?
fine.
It's
For your
a, I would say,
glass.
look at it, it's like all written around this diamond, so I'm having a hard time reading it, but it's okay. The rich fruity taste and smooth finish make ruby red Taylor, which is this Taylor port, Taylor port black, the bold choice for your glass. So this is a bold
Okay.
choice for my glass. Okay, it's my glass,
Okay.
the bold choice, glass, bold choice. Okay,
Clink.
and the yes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this out. We're gonna see what kind of. Okay, so this is again. I don't really see. I don't know if you can pick that up. Just picking me up.
Man, it just
No.
it's not satisfying. Speaker just doesn't catch that shit.
Well, this is what we
Here.
got. We work with
Glug, 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 glug.
and okay.
Damn
So
it, Discord.
moderately sweet ruby red port. Delicious for evening sipping, which hello, it's the evening. Serve over ice. Oh,
Oh,
don't have look how funny my face looks through this glass. Huh? Serve over ice or at room temperature. I chilled it, so kind of a middle ground. With a twist or with a soda. I don't have either of those, so we're gonna do hot dog it with some cheese, some chocolatey cheese. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna do like the. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here, I'm gonna take a bite. Here we go.
okay.
Okay.
It looks so fancy.
Okay. Usually few and far between when I don't get a winner of a pour. However,
She's a Mm-mm.
we're I'm gonna be honest. This cheese, of course, has been sitting with me for the last like what hour.
2 hours.
Right.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be refrigerated naturally, like most cheeses are. Fun fact, okay, fun fact, as I'm getting to my point. Fun fact, most fudge, you're really not supposed to refrigerate fudge because it actually, if you refrigerate fudge, like actual real fudge without the cheese in it, it actually draws out the moisture and it dries it
Dries
out
it out.
and
Mhm.
makes it crumbly. So if anybody of you ever had
Mhm.
actually bought in fudge from like a candy store or whatever, you're supposed to keep it at room temperature, even though it kind of like, oh my god, isn't it go bad? No, it's not gonna go bad. It's fucking chocolate.
Mhm.
Just keep it sealed up. Don't let your animals lick it. You'll be fine. This has dairy in it, as it has cheese in it, so of course you're supposed to refrigerate it, but also, fudge and cheese, most of them are okay, are considered to be served at room temperature, right? So
Mhm.
anyway, my point is, it's been sitting out. It's getting a little bit more soft. Okay, it kind of looks like a melty. It kind of gives off like
Tootsie Roll.
thank you, yes, Tootsie
Mhm.
Roll. Okay, and
Mhm.
like a melty Tootsie Roll. And fun fact about me, I don't like melty chocolate. So this is hard to swallow. That's as easy as I'm gonna say it. Uh,
Mm.
but I'm a trooper.
Mm.
And so thinking about the taste,
Don't think about the taste.
The face.
Kind of glad I just got free snacks.
all right. Honesty is that okay? I don't think let me just stop because I'm eating them together. Okay, so let me just do the wine by itself. We already had the cheese by itself. We already know it's super fudgy, getting a little melty. The texture's really throwing me off because it's really squishy in my mouth, and whatever. The wine smells really good. It is a 20%. So you can see
Oh,
that right off the bat. Okay. Has a bit of a sting to it. It's like make my lips kind of burn a little bit. It's stingy to the tongue and lips. Fruity after swallows. That's that's
mhm. Anybody out there relate to that?
yeah.
Why does it hurt?
Why is it spicy?
What?
Yeah,
What
it's
is it?
spicy. It's a little spicy. What else does it say? Um,
Oh,
nothing
God.
else about the flavor. So this is moderately sweet. I get
Oh.
sweetness after the sip. Maybe it'd be better if it had ice in it. I don't know. I'm not docking it. Like I will drink all of this because I will not waste it. However, maybe next time I'll serve it with
Ups to
soda.
you. Yeah, there we go.
Why don't you go get some
Okay.
cubes, man?
Yeah, I
Go
can get
Hey,
some
your
put some
kitchen's right
cubes.
cubes in
behind
that
you.
thing.
Oh, I can make it in. I got the new Sprite, the cooler Sprite. The cherry lime Sprite. So this might be just dabbling into that. But overall, it's interesting. Okay, it's interesting. It's not my favorite. It's kind of like melty Tootsie Roll meets really bitter red wine, which some people would like. And I love Tootsie Rolls. I don't love this room temperature fudge cheese anymore. I kind of don't want to eat it. And I already got 2 more bites on this thing. And I'm like, maybe I'll get
Just,
Randy to eat it. I don't know.
just throw it back in the fridge.
Yeah, true. I can just fridge it up. Oh, you know what? I had an idea. Instead of
Freeze them and put
freeze
them
it,
in there.
freeze it. Or
Freeze the cheese and put it in the port
you
wine.
can freeze cheese. Remember that, kids. You can freeze cheese if you don't think you're gonna eat it all. You can just bite. You can
Mm-hmm.
freeze it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
fine. It's
And just
fine
have a
after.
cheese sickle.
Yeah, you have cheese sickle. Ooh, you know what would be in another interesting pairing with this if you blended it in a smoothie.
I was saying milkshake, but
Okay,
not
smoothie,
smoothie.
milkshake. Okay, what goes in a smoothie? A milk sometimes, a shake. I don't know.
I'll blend it in my smoothie and I'll take out the fruit.
Yeah. Or
And add
what I would say,
tequila, and now it's a
fresh.
margarita.
Yeah. It's a fudge. It's a fudgerita.
It's
A
actually
fudge
pronounced
cheese
cheeserita.
Yeah. So anyway, I think this.
Oh, you should make a quesadilla with that cheese.
I'm gonna. I just want to add fudge to the first part of all these words. Fudgerita, fudge,
A fajadilla.
fudgerita, quesadilla is the same thing. Fudgerita, fudgerita, fudgeria.
Quesadilla, fudgadilla.
How many
Yeah.
glasses of wine have you
Unless
had?
what? This is my. You saw me open it. I'm finishing this bitch.
Go on. Before this cheese
But
break
anyway,
is over, I want that gone.
wrapping it up. Okay, for me, personal vote, I give this whole pairing a 1 out of 5.
Wow.
Uh,
That's a low
maybe 2
rating
out.
for you.
I'll open it up to 2 out of 5. I don't want to be too. I don't want to do like a 10 because that's just crazy. But like you get it,
A
5 is
10
the
out
best.
of 5 would be outrageous.
Yeah. 5
Negative.
would be ludicrous. 2 is like not great, but would I not eat? Am I not gonna finish this? No. Am I not gonna eat the rest of that cheese eventually? No, I will finish it. Like I'm not a quitter, as you guys know. However, I'm just reconsidering my pairings. This and that are not a thing. I think
Bingo.
it's also because like when I go to swallow this, it just kind of like melts on my tongue, and then I feel like I'm choking, and then I taste this, and it just burns, and I'm like, this is not a fun time. But you know what? I tried it. Keely, taking one for the team and doing a full with sushi
That was
with
gross.
Cheeto dust. So,
Y'all
won't do
should
that
have
again.
just got the garden cheese made in Iowa like me.
y'all, Coda
I
is
didn't
the
get a
winner.
list of what I was supposed to get, so I bought sushi because I
I
was
didn't
hungry
either.
for sushi. And it paired
I'm at the
well with my
store.
episode.
I'm at the
First of
store
all,
looking at the cheese selection. What are we getting tonight?
also,
Crickets.
also,
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
I was at work.
procrastinators. waiting until the hours beforehand to ask. I mean, I could have said
5 hours before. 4 hours before.
I was somewhere doing things and stuff.
Mm.
Anyway, I think this is great.
Mm.
Cheers, ladies. Cheers. Cheers it. Cheers. There you go.
Cheers.
There you
I
go.
can't show my
Okay, that's
label.
perfect. All right.
Thank you,
Anyway,
thank you. I'm gonna need you to finish
interesting
that before my cheese. Finish that glass of wine before I finish my story.
Ah,
These
okay. Oh, before you finish
no
it.
name
Oh no, because
seltzers.
okay. Okay. Let me. Okay.
Hold on. Oh. Oh.
Oh my god. Stop that. I think she spit it back in the glass. It doesn't even look like there's an
I
in it.
spit it down
Did
my
she
throat.
even drink anything? She just
Yeah, I did. It's
Why
just
did you pour so much?
I didn't. Look how big this glass is. Okay.
I know, and you had it like this freaking full.
It was like this much. Okay. That's a low pour for me. Okay.
that's
Usually
accurate.
we're usually up in
Yeah, I
this
know.
region.
That's usually fucking full.
Oh, hold on, look. That's my pour that Kelly has right now. And then her pour is typically the whole thing to the very top. Go a little
It's usually
higher.
like I usually gotta like hold it down. I'm like, all right, okay, now I can pick it up.
Good enough.
That's not a sign of anything. I don't think that's fine. Anyway.
No. All right. Ooh. All right. One more big one.
Swirly, swirly.
Aerate that baby.
Okay. I will say it's better in big gulps. Huh? And it also will be. I think I need to add some cubes to this next time because, like, I mean,
Just freeze your cheese and throw it in the port.
Right.
cheesicles.
Yeah, your fudge cheese sickles.
There you go.
Fudge chickles.
Wow, I did. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm proud of you. That looked like it burnt.
Wow.
My throat hurts for you.
Yeah. I don't know where my cap. I don't know what happened to the thing. How did I open this? Well, I lost the top. Oh no! I put it back on like an idiot. Okay, cool. Anyway,
Oh,
back to you.
Kelly, yeah, that'd be so much. All right. So I'm not gonna play the video, but I am going to read the body cam footage of the event of the police going to Sushi's house the night before they got a warrant. Okay?
Before they got a warrant, you said?
Yeah, they went and knocked on her door and they're like, "Hey, we're the police. We're just here to follow up on a call that we've got in regards to a child." Okay? So, hold on.
Okay.
All right. Miss Staples, how can I help you? We got a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia? She said, No, I don't know anybody out here. Some lady called DCFS and what kind of made some claims and had a child that accidentally shot themselves. Absolutely not. No. That sounds crazy to me. That also sounds crazy to me. I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. Also, who the fuck says off the chain? I went down to the Rock Island. I filled out a police. I got a restraining order. What's her name? Tony. This girl. She has different Facebook, many different pages, and she stalks me. She's made up different names, called me from different numbers. I have changed my number to try to do everything I can right. Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they always bounce around Chicago. Oh, they're not even from down there. They're not even from around here. Staples insisted she did not have a son and was indignant that the police even questioned her. From this exchange. The police are asking, like, how many kids do you have? I have girls. You don't have a son. No, I don't have a son. Just curious if that's even true. That you don't have a son. No, okay. Is this okay? Is it okay that this is just a never ending story with these two. Like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything. We got to call, no matter how crazy it sounds, we got to come up and see if there's anything. This is crazy. This is very crazy. She keeps interrupting the police officer.
Okay. So she's cutting.
Yep.
Like,
I've been living here for 6 years. I've never had a neighbor complain about me. You think if this would happen, the neighbors would have called or something to say somebody? I would believe so. Yeah, I just think so. Think about it. It don't make no sense. This girl's a psycho. Can I look in your basement? No, you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry, not about to have my rights violated because someone makes jurist allegations like this. I know, like I said, it sounds crazy to me too. I'm just here seeing if you know we have to investigate. It's the police's job. You know what? I'm not buying what you're selling. We've received a call about
I'm
a
not about to
child.
let you sound police officer. I'm like,
I love how in the middle of that, Kaylee, you started sounding like Adam Sandler.
yeah, you did.
I'm trying to read it the way that the conversation went because it was so quick and so intense. And the poor police officer is like, "Hey, I'm
I'm just doing my job and somebody complained, so I have to investigate this.
Yeah, he's like, "It's literally my
Mhm.
job." And he's like, "Do you care if I take a look in your basement?" No.
Like, absolutely, I do care. What? I know my rights.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, if a police officer came and knocked on my door and said, "Can I look in your basement?" I'd be like, "No. I have so much laundry down there. Please.
I'd be like, why? There's a lot of cat
Please.
down there.
I don't want you
Be
to think
like,
I'm a hoarder. I have so many
no, I got.
clothes."
Yeah. Be like, no, I haven't had time to hide the bodies, and then they'd be like busting down the door.
Ah!
Hey, but
There'd be no
bullshit.
bodies.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Okay, so anyway, the police officer left, went back to the station, got a warrant, and the next morning, like I said, the 26th at like 9 o'clock in the morning, they go. I'll go ahead and read this footage too. So first of all, she's upset that police literally, they knock on the door, she opens it, and they just walk in. Here's the warrant. She's like, "Let me see the warrant. Let me see it." And they're like, "Girl, we
Like,
got
she
a
knows how
legal
to
warrant."
read it.
They're like, "Take a step back."
Who knows how to read a warrant in this room? Unless it's a bullet point is like, I can search here, here, and here, and here. I don't know how to fucking read it. Let me see it. I'm like,
I bet if I Google it,
This
I could figure
warrant.
it out.
Somebody just went home and typed up warrant on Word,
yeah.
and then just typing a bunch of like,
How do I read it?
just like,
I'm
and
dyslexic.
then print.
Okay, so
So she's saying, like, let me see the warrant. And we're like, bitch, you
yes.
don't know how to read it, but okay, fine, here it is.
So they got the warrant. One of the police officers is sitting down with her at her kitchen table. Okay?
Yeah.
So she looks hysterical. She looks like she's seen a ghost.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
I wonder why.
So she starts off with, "I'm so fucking scared right now." Not literally, but that's what it reminded me of. Sorry.
Yeah.
Starts off with, I'm just so scared. I'm scared to death right now because I don't know what's going on, and the reason why you guys are here is because we're investigating a call that we had. Okay. Officers came out and talked to you last night, correct? Yes. Okay. We have to
Okay.
handle that really seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house, okay? So that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion? No. I don't have. You've never had a son named Zion? Nope. Are you claiming the benefits for a kid named Zion? Uh-uh. No, I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone. Staples had an answer for everything, okay? Police informed DCFS of Child Services in Chicago. He had contact with her children, including Zion Staples. Again, she blamed her ex-girlfriend, or her ex-husband's girlfriend, called you a stalker, filed for public aid. You and your daughter got benefits since I've been in Chicago. I'm not sure. I told you my identity was stolen. My taxes were illegally filed. I went through a whole thing with the IRS. That was not me. But who is this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago, right in the presence of all of your other children? There was Staples. No one was interviewed there. They're like, we have the proof. We have it. Zion Staples was interviewed because the call was made about my son, Crail, by his father. Yes. So you have a son named Sam Crail. No answer. Tried to change the subject. So there was a report, the only child that spoke to them, because it was regarding him. Who's him? Well, there's frequent visitors we had in our neighborhood, kids that come to our neighborhood all the time. They were implicated. They're not, in fact, our children. So there's a child named Zion in your apartment. That was not yours. I didn't say his name was Zion.
She's just being so ridiculous.
So she slips up and says she has another son of a different name.
So then, she ends up getting arrested. Not
Naturally.
because of the death of this boy originally. She got arrested for fraud or claiming that there was identity fraud.
Right.
That
Like,
she
yeah,
had,
if you yeah, like somebody stole my identity, did all this, that's still fraud. Yeah.
well, not that part of the fraud. She had said, so they
Oh.
had found a birth certificate for Zion Staples. And she said, no, it's a fake one. I made it. So she got arrested for that. And then they end up finding they had proof on paper. They had printed it out and handed it to her. They're like, this says that you've been claiming benefits for Zion Staples for months. And at this time, so this is July of last year, 2023, and he's been missing since December. So if you've been claiming benefits for a child that's deceased
For 8
December
months.
of 2022.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep it.
Yep. And so now she's like, oh, so you're trying to railroad me. So now she's getting pissed off and like defensive, like she's gonna fight the police officers. And they're like, girl, just please get in the car. Like,
Yeah.
just handle this. And she's freaking out. I'm not getting arrested. There's no way. My children. And he's like, well, one of them is gone, but whatever. So then she gets arrested, going through all these cases, and now she's saying, that her son accidentally shot himself. She got scared because she didn't want to lose her children. So what did she do? She cleaned up the mess, hid his body. Hold on. She went to, I can't remember if she was like Home Depot, Menards, some bulk buy place, and bought a silver trash can, a burn barrel, if you will. And she was planning on burn him, to get rid of the body. Well, couldn't burn him, so she put the trash can in the garage.
Yeah,
And
people don't realize, like, I'm sorry to interrupt. Like, people, like, your person wanted to burn the body. Your person wanted to burn the body. Just general public announcement: bodies don't burn like tinder wood. The big
has to
hubs,
they
be
don't go up in flames like that.
they don't go up in. They will burn if you put them on an existing fire, like
Nope.
a bit.
Kelly, knock it off.
I'm just saying, I'm really like, if you douse a
Kelly on
body or put
Gouda.Murder
a body in
podcast showed me how to do it.
I'm not showing you how
I
to
mean,
do it. I'm
when
just
you
like,
think of like, look at
okay,
old
how you get
school
a bird
hate
pig?
crimes.
How you get a like how
Mhm.
you like people do the big Hawaiian pig on a spigot. You're not fucking just setting the pig on fire. You're like it's
You're
meat.
cooking 'em.
It's
Mhm.
y'all ever like seen a burger or brat just become on fire without the fire or coals underneath it? Just like,
I mean, you think about like, look at the old school hate
people are
crimes
stupid.
where tires were involved
Yep.
because
I know,
they get
I'm just
extremely
pointing that
hot.
out. Like,
Yep.
my little
So
observation.
she did attempt to set the body on fire, but it didn't do what she wanted it to do.
Either she stopped very quickly after she started, like she bailed out, or because there's no pictures of it. The only picture that you
Oh
see
my
on the
God, I
body
hope
cam
not.
is the actual trash can in the garage. And
There's an attempt of some sort.
Mhm. So Zion's body was found in his Spider-Man pajamas
Oh,
in the trash can. Just anyway. So now she's finally said, it was an accident. He accidentally shot himself. He wasn't suicidal. He just found the gun. And now police are, well, why was there a gun out? How do you own a gun? You don't have a license. No, 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 no. And they're, I get it. They're doing all the steps, but also your focus should have been on questioning how this happened, because I feel like if they would have continued asking her what happened, she probably would have been like, oops, I lost my temper, or
Oops, I did.
because she doesn't have a record of violence. However, she did mention that she's had a lot of mental health issues, and that she was in the attempt of getting help for it um prior to the December incident. So
Okay.
just kind of whatever. So she she had told the judge that, since this is my first offense, I don't think I should be charged the way you think you should charge me.
To the fullest.
What?
So what was her sentence?
This is gonna piss you guys off.
Oh my god.
Okay, give me just a second. I gotta scroll all the way down to it. Okay, so gotta go all the way up here. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so Sushi Staples pleaded guilty in January to endangering the life or health of a child following the December 2022 death of her son Zion. During an hour-long hearing, a Rock Island County judge sentenced 38-year-old Sushi Staples to 2 years in prison. So I thought she was a little younger, my bad. Prosecutors asked the judge to sentence her to prison, while Staples' attorney asked for probation. The judge gave Staples credit for 204 days already served in the county jail. She will also receive day for day credit. Before she was sentenced, Staples told the judge that she had failed everyone. Sorry. I'll skip that part. Let me get back down. Staples will serve 6 months of mandatory supervised release once she finishes her prison term. Staples sentenced on February 16th of this year
To
to
24.
to 2 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections on charges of hiding her son Zion's body after accidentally shooting himself. So she's only getting 2 years. And she'll technically be eligible for parole, I want to say, in 2026.
So did they find the gun?
Mhm.
Did they
Like ballistics or something like that, like
the angle of it? Yeah,
like
did he actually do it?
like any
So
of that like backfire
Was there
shit.
gunpowder on his hand?
Yeah, like isn't that
I don't think they were able to do that because of the
Oh,
attempted.
she tried to burn him.
And plus, it had been over 8 months since the incident happened, so I'm sure that the gun was cleaned, or I mean,
so it you're right. So
mhm,
he went missing
mhm.
8
But
months
she did
later.
him.
So the thing that I'm still confused about, and maybe this wasn't mentioned because it was a minor death, not a minor death, a minor's death.
Minors.
How did the school not get involved sooner? Schools, because she has 4 other children. So how is one of them not going to school? How are they not getting truancy? Like,
So that's a good point, because you're thinking like 5 kids,
hmm?
one's gone. Where are all the other 4 ones? Like they're just
Yep,
She probably just told the school that he moved back to Chicago with his dad.
possibly, but also at the same time, they have to have some
They
sort
don't
of proof.
check. Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
nope, because I moved mine from the school that our address would send him
Mhm.
to another one, and I was still getting notifications from the first school on early dismissals and shit like that through text and automated calls, and I had to
Yeah.
call them and be like, "He doesn't attend there anymore, you can take me off your call list."
Mm. Yeah, that
And
makes
I
sense.
highly and I highly doubt they were checking in with the other school to be like, "Is he actually going there?" No.
Mm.
You have to think, like,
I
not
didn't think about
fairness
that.
to school, but like
And that's
fairness
in the
to
same
school.
district.
School, I mean, honestly, like kids, like especially with like those bigger schools, like I mean, what school doesn't have a large population of kids? Like honestly, unless it's like a private
Unless you're
school,
out in the middle of, like, a
But
little
right?
bitty town.
but still, you
Right.
see this. You see, if
You're a
you're the
pin
elementary
drop
school
in the
teacher,
ocean.
what?
I'm like, I feel like so speculating, like if she did provide such XYZ information, like oh, he moved back in with dad or whatever, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever. If she hadn't done that, I think I would hope the school would have gotten like notifications, but also like I mean, especially with like Quad City schools, like I mean, Quad City is a huge area, like
yeah.
and
Well, but
it,
that's
you're like looks like you're a drop in the ocean.
but that's the thing that's getting me because I missed 1 hour of class, like one school period, and I showed up late to school. I overslept. My mom and dad both got calls and text messages saying that they were going to send a truant officer. Mind you, I had never missed school. So my parents both got a call like, "Keely, why aren't you at school?" I'm like, "I'm in third period right now. I overslept first period." Like,
I've
so
never
that's what's getting me because I was like, "There's no way," especially like elementary
I abs
schools. I don't know
Yep.
how
I
many times.
absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it.
Yeah.
Because, like, the couple times that like, I have taken him to school late or whatever, or I've called and said, "Hey, he's gonna be late," and I've gone and signed him in, I will still get an automated message that says, "Oh, your student was absent today,"
Yep.
but it's not until, like, 11 or 12 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not first thing in the morning. But I've never had a truancy officer.
Threatened to become
um,
involved, or
Mhm.
no. And like I said, there was no, like, communication between schools and the district about, "Oh, is this student actually going to your school?" Because like
Yeah.
I said, I had to notify the old school and be like, "Hey, he doesn't go there anymore. You can take me off your list."
Oof. So
granted,
So, I don't know.
yeah,
so
that's
I
strange.
believe that they weren't keeping track.
yeah,
And if
I
I
guess so.
am, like, thinking address-wise correctly, I'm pretty sure
And yeah, like
I I think it's a similar area to where my son goes to school, but
I
Mhm.
mean, you have to give credit. Like I mean, not that there's again, that's not obviously not in the school. We're just like now talking about like why didn't the school get involved, but like also like I remember like granted this is like more recently,
Mhm.
but I being a not so great kid and skipping and I don't know if like the school just didn't have my mom's phone number or they just didn't call her.
They're like,
But
"She's passing. She's fine."
I don't want to say I got away with it for a while, but I got away with skipping on a normal, like a full
Yep.
day, not even class, like a full day for a while before the
I
school.
wonder I wonder if that has anything to do with, like, prior instances also, or,
Maybe.
like, if the school knows the family kinda thing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, if her other kids have gone to school, they're doing well, and she puts on a good front as a good parent that's involved,
Yep.
they probably take her word for it. "Oh, okay, he moved in with dad.
Yeah.
Alright,
Right.
That
cool,
makes
he's safe, we understand."
I get that.
But also, like I wonder like how okay, so like we're speculating about school now and like speculating like okay, the police can get involved. Like can't I really don't I mean I guess I'm unaware of what limitations that the police have themselves. You know what I mean? Like if she was saying no, I don't have a son,
Mhm.
blah 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 blah, and like I know he doesn't exist, so they're initially questioning her. Okay, the initial question.
Of
Wouldn't
course.
they have wouldn't the police I would think, like, you see all these police shows, crime.
They had proof that she had a son.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean.
they
Like they
knew
would they would
that.
have proof. Like they would have like public record
Yep.
availability of knowing, like,
Yep.
nah, girl, you do.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
they
I
can
feel like
find a
right
birth
there they should have
certificate, no
arrested her
problem.
for that. 'Cause, like, girl, we know you got a kid. Don't front. But,
Yeah.
okay. The
But they wanted
autopsy.
to be able to go through her house without
Yes.
her trying to hide shit.
Yep.
Right. They can't go through her house. Yeah, I get that.
Which, like, also, I don't know. I feel like if you get a phone call in regards to that, why didn't you just get a warrant right away?
Yeah. I guess
'Cause, I
you have
mean,
to have
warrants
you
take
have to have
hours or
probable cause,
days.
in person probable cause to ask a judge for a warrant, because that's what you're doing. You're asking a judge. It's not just
Yeah.
like
I know. I'm just
submitting a request and some dude on a typewriter is like, "Oh yeah, this looks sketch. Give it to him," or like, "Nah,
full send.
you don't get," you know.
They could have easily there are plenty of, like, bitter, petty people out there that will call in false accusations to
Yes.
DCFS about
Yeah.
parents.
I bet.
So,
No, I've heard
Yeah.
they probably were like, "Okay, we're gonna come in and check because somebody
You have to
could
do
just have a
quality.
beef." Yeah, just has a beef with you and they're trying to start shit.
but
We're gonna
also
check on your kid.
what is the harm in doing that? Like, I have a warrant just so I can prove that you don't have fucking meth on your kitchen counter, because that's what someone reported to DCFS. If you don't have it, then there shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
But
I understand.
usually
I
it's a
understand it.
social worker that gets sent.
I understand
Like,
that point of
usually
view.
like, honestly, if she had been like, "Oh, yeah, my son, yeah, he's just been at his dad's house or whatever."
Yep.
Like, if she had said that, they probably would have fucking dropped it.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe that, or like,
Or they probably would have sent a social worker, and she would have just dragged it out because then the social worker would be like, "Okay, you're not letting me in now. Now I have to go to the police. Now I have to get a warrant." So it would have been like another day or two.
Yep. Yep.
I understand the aspect of like, you're the point of like, I have nothing to hide, so yes, you can come in. But I can also understand people who
That's my privacy. I get it.
it's my right, it's my privacy. I don't
Yes.
have to have you in, and I understand the people who are apprehensive towards law enforcement, because law enforcement are people. People are people, and
Mhm.
so there are people in law enforcement, you can't deny it, that have a one prejudice
Power
against
high. Yep. Racist.
prejudiceness,
Yeah.
power high,
Mhm.
um, just looking for what isn't there,
Yep.
finding looking for what isn't
Yes.
there, looking for things, like, so I completely see both sides of it, and so I don't want to say like, or completely 100% like, oh, if you don't have nothing to hide, just let them in. It's like, but no, like, that's your like, no, that's
Like I
also your
said,
privacy.
I don't think I would have let the police officer in, period. But
I'd be a big pussy and be like, yeah, fucking look, I don't care. Like,
okay.
So
there's
would I. So would I,
Okay.
but, like,
I'd
I've
be pussy
never
and be like,
but I've
Yeah.
also never had a bad interaction with law enforcement ever, so
and there
it's
and
like,
there are a lot of
"Alright,
people out
cool, you can
there
come in
that
my house."
have, there are a lot of
Yeah,
people that
right.
out there have, and or who have not only bad experiences, but have been like falsely accused of
Yes.
things, and never like, and not even like once, but multiple times. Like, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I can understand why somebody would be apprehensive.
Fair. Fair. Fair.
I
Fair.
just don't I mean, I'm guessing I don't know, if he truly did it and it was an accident, I,
Why didn't you
as a
call the
mom,
police?
would be like I would immediately call 911.
Hundred
I'd be
percent.
freaking the fuck out. I would not be thinking, "Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my other kids." I'd be thinking, "Oh my god, try to save my baby's life."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, can we save him? Not, "Oh shit, I'm not supposed to have that gun. I don't wanna get in trouble. I'm just gonna stash him
Right.
and
That
pretend it didn't happen."
that's what blows me, because
Because
that's where I'm getting the idea that maybe she did do it.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
burnt out
Like,
mom on some bullshit, just something. But I don't know.
or maybe that gun belonged to somebody who was just not, that shouldn't have been at the house, or was
Yep.
at the house for wrong reasons, intoxicated something,
Mhm.
accidentally did shoot the kid fucking around, or
Yeah.
they left the gun out and the kid did get hurt on his own, and it's like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to have that gun in the house. I don't want to be
Yep.
sent to jail for not having a
Yeah.
illegal firearm.
But also,
And if she,
why would you shield some other person and not your kid?
Yes.
there's a lot of stupid bitches out there. A
Accurate
lot of
as
them.
well. Accurate as well.
True.
The autopsy revealed that the boy died from a gunshot wound, likely in December of 2022. The body was discovered on July 26th. On Friday, July 28th in Rockford, according to an autopsy reporter, his last name is Gustafson. The preliminary results showed the death was considered suspicious and not natural. So none of the autopsy report had confirmed it was an accident. It just said that it was suspicious. So that there was no like
Did
you know
it
what I
say
mean?
what part of his body was shot? It
Noggin.
was in the head.
There's a noggin. But still, just I don't know. It was
pretty
like I
pinpoint.
said, it was weird, and the fact that you had your child hiding in your basement for a while. She had said that they had shoved dryer sheets in all of the vents in the home to try to
To
prevent
hide the
a
smell.
smell. For 8 months, dude. I know that garage was stanky.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
vomit.
poor baby.
Like,
Mhm.
ugh.
Yep. Well, anyway, that's my icky case.
Did they say that whether or not like other families stepped in to like give him a funeral? Or
Mm-mm.
what happened to her other kids now that she's in prison?
No,
I would hope either goes
none of that
numbers or-
was announced at all. They can't give that kind of information out because they are all still
Right.
younger minors.
Yeah, there's only so much public record
I
that
just,
can.
the one thing about school that would blow my mind is they're all the girls are school age, correct?
Yep.
And not a single one of them went to school blabbing like, "Oh yeah, my brother, blah 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 blah," and I haven't seen him in a while.
So when the police interviewed the girls, originally they were like, "No, we don't have a brother." And then
So she coached him.
uh-huh. And then one of them, which I want to say was the oldest of the four, I don't know the age range, I'm sorry. They said that when they interviewed her alone, she had said that yeah, she had a brother and he died and that he was in their basement. And when the police asked how he died, she just said, a gun." Didn't didn't say didn't say like, "Oh, he shot himself," or "Oh, someone shot him." So if he did shoot himself and mom was too scared, like probably scared the shit out of the kid and was like, "Don't say anything or else you'll never see me again," or something like
Yeah, like
Probably.
serious
mhm. But that was it. That was it.
fuck.
Thanks for
God, I
listening.
can't believe she only got 2 fucking years.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. That was the last thing. Let me tell you that. So her final charges. Let me scroll up.
So
Okay.
she only got charged with concealing a body.
She got charged with concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. That's it.
Because they can't prove that she did it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah,
Well, she might
it's
as well have fucking done it.
honestly, that's what I got. You guys got you guys got any questions? You can email us at Gouda.Murder@gmail.com.
Yes.
You can follow us on Instagram at Gouda.Murder Pod, where we show all of our fancy charcuterie boards. You can
And delicious wine tastings.
Why do you keep
And our-
flipping your microphone over?
just trying to be interesting, okay? You can
Yeah.
can
What do you guys
follow
say?
us on Facebook at Gouda.Murder Podcast Official. You can follow us on YouTube at Gouda.Murder Podcast Official. What else do we have? That's it. OnlyFans? I'm just kidding.
Soon, runner up, OnlyFans. Top list.
Anyway.
Gouda without the rind. That's what it would be called.
Thanks for listening. And
Fucking killed.
stay fresh. Cheese bags.